that we're going to make sure that we try to improve the way we played in the run game that we did a year ago. In terms of my responsibilities during the week, as I kind of mentioned beforehand, there wasn't a whole lot of difference in the time.
Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear. We had some technical difficulties
with the defensive staff. I think difference is more. Year ago.
Thank you.
We got time for two more. We'll go to Cal Friedman. Cal, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Two questions just to ask on the defensive side of the ball. In the initial depth chart, you got Jafari Harvey starting at defensive end over DeAndre Johnson. I wanted to ask what improvements Jafari's made this offseason.
Well, Jafari's gotten a lot bigger and stronger, which I think gives him a little bit different physical element to his game that he didn't have a year ago. DeAndre's been, we lost him for some time in the spring. He was out for some time here during training camp. So I think Jafari just had a little more opportunity of just reps to maybe improve. Again, I don't know that you'll see a ginormous difference in the snap count between those two guys during the course of the game. Same thing with Chance Williams on the other side. I think Chance made a big jump during training camp as well. But Jafari has established himself. He's always had great quickness and get off. And can bend and turn a corner on a tackle. I think he feels stronger. You can just see it in the confidence that he plays with from the offseason he had with Coach Fieldy.
And then on Amari Carter, you got him moving down from safety to striker this year. How confident are you that he can make that transition for Saturday?
Well, that's why we put him there. Amari's toughness. Everybody's seen that in ample evidence. In his entire career here, his physicality is something we felt like we needed to increase in our front seven. We knew we had, three very experienced safeties, and so it was just a way to show his versatility. So I think we're very confident. I think Amari looked very natural at it when we put him there in the spring. He's done nothing in training camp that's not, a great place for him. But as I mentioned, Frierson still has a huge role because, Carter will be wearing both hats, at a necessity for us as well. So just excited to have guys that have versatility, and there'll be some others in our defense too that can help us in more than one place.
And we'll wrap up with Ryan Hennessy. Ryan, go ahead.
Hey, Manny, Ryan Hennessy, NBC 13 in Birmingham. Obviously, how do you kind of adjust to a team that lost so many offensive starters in Alabama? It seems like they are still high recruits, but new names, if you will, this year.
Well, like you say, the jersey numbers may change and the names on the back may change, but, you're certainly getting the top of the top recruiting classes in the country. Talent won't be an issue. They will just be guys that for the most part haven't done it a lot in games, but that's why they were recruited there to do it. No different than some of the guys we have replacing some of the players that left us a year ago. So, as well, that they have a system there that's been in place. There have been names that have changed over, over the past few years, and the next guys have come in and performed at a very high level. And I'm sure that their expectation is to do the exact same thing with a little drop off this year.
Great. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you later on this week.
Thank you all.
Recording stopped.
What's going on, man? Had some technical difficulties going on there for a minute. What's good, man? So I see y'all in here, y'all in here already stating the things y'all got issues with, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I already see it. I see Kitchen Williams, second team. Somebody said they tried LT. What's going on, bro? Get in here, man. Let's start this thing started. I think we got Lashlee coming on shortly. And we'll get him in here in a second. Man, nobody don't do it like us, bro. Nobody don't do it like us. We'll get him in here in a second. 1 second. Get this thing going. Didn't get it started. Had some technical difficulties this morning, man. Had some issues. That's why we got on here a little late. I caught the back end of the interview. Anybody want to get involved with the stock market, Bitcoin, anything, the number scrolling at the bottom, 786-459-9499. Send us a text. Put you on the platform, man. You can get you started investing tomorrow. To take it to a new platform. So you want to get in now so you can get grandfathered over. And it's all going to be automatic. You won't be texting the team anymore and all that stuff. Joshua said that the depth chart looking real last yearish. I mean, Josh, you said the depth chart looking real last yearish. Oh, gosh. Mark Pope not on it. Mark Pope even traveling, right? Yeah, I don't even think Mark Pope traveling, is he? Let's see. Let's see. See, we'll put that up in here, man. Let y'all argue and fight about it. Let's see. We're going to get that pulled up for y'all. Just want to pull up the list for y'all. I see they got it to where somebody broke it down, but I just want to pull up just that list. So we got Rhett Lashlee at 1:30. Then Jess Simpson. We got Jess Simpson at 1:30. Then Rhett Lashlee at 2 p.m. They're on a different Zoom. That's y'all boy Hayes calling me. Let's see. All right, so here we go.
You hear me? I got you, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, well, we got Lashlee, so.
Can't hear you.
I mean, we got Jeff
You
Simpson.
got me, coach, or no?
So here we go. We're gonna jump into that.
Coach, you got me or no?
Yeah, Marvin. Yeah, Marvin, you did. Tell Hayes to accept your trade.
Audio? No, it's weird. Well, he said to hang tight. He was coming to me. I'm like,
So yeah, I put that back. I put him back up in there when they're ready to go. Talking about y'all got this here, man.
Jameson, got me? I got you. Can you hear me?
off the TV. Cam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on, we're almost
All right.
Yeah, well, they getting set up. All right, here we go.
Looks like you had a pretty interesting fall camp with the defensive line group, and there were a few different questions that I was hoping you could touch on. The first would be Zach McLeod converting from linebacker and actually winning the starting defensive end job. The second would be Nesta filling kind of like a swing role for you at both tackle positions, but not earning first team honors. And then the other end position, Jafari Harvey winning that job over DeAndre, and just how that evolved.
I told y'all I saw Nesta going with the twos.
The first thing, and I've said this to the guys for a while now, and I told them last night again how much I believe it to be true is, as a defensive line, the strength of us and our unit is us, and it's all of us. And right now we got 8 guys that we feel great about. We feel like they're going to play a whole lot of football for us. And competition has been great all spring, last winter, all summer, and coming through camp. And kind of, starting off with Zach McLeod. Zach's just had a super year from the day I walked in here. Now the guy's just done, everything you want. He's done extra. Really, really improved himself as a player. Coach Diaz made a comment the other day. He thinks he's playing the best football of his career, which is a huge comment to him, playing a new position. And, and that doesn't mean he's arrived by any means or this or that. The kid's really done a good job. And, on the other side of things with Zach, you also get those intangibles. He's a great leader. He's a leader in the room. He's a leader on the field. He's a leader in our program. And he's a guy that's really, you can count on day in, day out. So done a really good job. Jafari was the other guy who, I just felt like, number one, those 2 guys were healthy the whole camp.
Sigma, appreciate that, big dog.
Jafari's improved tremendously, I think, this year, and he's cleaned some stuff up in his game, and excited to see him play. But certainly DeAndre and Chance are right there with him, and they're going to be rolling with him. I imagine you're going to see all of them about the same amount, to be honest with you. I think so. In these games early in the year with the heat, and the number of snaps you play on defense, I always think there's good football and good defense.
Coach got quiet or he froze?
Coach, you got us?
Coach froze on us, he got quiet.
Did I go away?
Oh, I think you're back right now, Coach.
All right. Did you get all? Did everything I said come through?
Last couple sentences of your comments on Jafari, I believe.
Yeah, Jafari. Jafari's another kid that had a great camp. He's really improved and cleaned up a lot of the things I think in his game. He's gotten bigger and stronger. He's playing the run better. Pass rush wise, there's a lot of stuff as we came out of spring and we said, hey, this is a real point of emphasis. Not working.
Sorry, Coach, you got us now?
I got you. I'm just not sure you got me.
I think we do. Hopefully that doesn't give out again.
I don't know what's going on. My apologies.
No, not your fault, not your fault. I think the last one was on Silvera, please, Coach.
Silvera? Yeah, I didn't hear the question on him.
Gary, do you want to repeat the question?
Yeah, the question on Nesta was just, he's listed as kind of like a swing role for you at both tackle spots as opposed to a starter. Just if you could talk about how that evolved. Was that a result of Jared elevating his game in fall camp, or Nesta's versatility, or what was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, I think all those guys again, Jordan Miller, Jared, Jade, John Ford, again, like we got a deep group of D tackles. Everybody knows, I think Jared is a really good athlete. He's improved his game a lot. John Ford stepped it up. Jade's had a good camp as well. Obviously, Jade's coming off an injury.
Damn right.
He's kind of battled through that as we went through some.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
And so really that's just a story of we got three guys that we would consider starting. But I mean, you can even throw Jordan Miller into that group too. But definitely, I think coming out of camp, Big John Ford really turned into this.
You got Coach Hayes in the house, man.
Boy, I'm on lunch break, boy. I got a few minutes, boy.
And I think Jay coming off his injury.
That Coach Jess Simpson talking, man, about the depth chart, man. These people here going
Coach,
crazy.
it's easy for me. I'm just going to blame Gary Furman.
For sure, man. Hey, I just wanted to pop on, man. Listen, you go ahead and do your deal, but make sure you hit me up, dog, when you finish. I got to holler at you about something.
I got you.
Hey, Coach Simpson, I know you love
Hey, and my boy got the starting job at Tennessee today, dog. That's what I'm talking about. My fantasy till 863 Kane, he in trouble, boy. And I ain't taking no trades. Guess what? Tell him I ain't trade, homeboy. I ain't 4X and all that stuff you be talking about.
He right there.
863 Kane.
That's what's up.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you, dog. Hey, man, hit me up when you finish.
I got you.
Well, he's really had a good camp. He's improved. His knowledge of what we're doing has jumped, I think, every day. I think the last couple of practices, man, his bust and his mental errors have dropped each practice. Like, you can imagine being a freshman. He's had a ton just thrown at him. I told LT, I said, there's no guarantees in this deal. He's literally, to me, playing in arguably the deepest position on our football team, D tackle. But there certainly could be some ops in the run game. If somebody breaks a shoelace or something, that we got to throw him in there. Who knows if that happens or not. But I would say over the course of this season, I'd be shocked if his role didn't grow. He has flashed his athleticism, his strength. He's got some special attributes for sure as a defensive lineman and a D tackle. And we're just trying to connect all the dots and get his game where he wants to be. But certainly shown a lot of improvement. The other guy that I think, for sure could be in the mix later, can you hear me? Still working good.
Yeah.
Elijah Roberts is a kid who's shown some really good stuff in the rush game. I think down the line, this kid could help us as we move forward through the season. And then Jabari Ishmael is a young freshman at defensive end who's flashed and done some good things. Got a lot of room for growth. Smart kid, tough kid, wants to do things right. But that's kind of your next line of guys who, you know, are kind of waiting for their opportunity.
Thank you. Coach, we got Michael Casagrande from AL.com. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, hey there. Just wondering what you see from Alabama's front. A lot of guys come and going. Some uncertainty with some of the depth chart still with the injuries, but what do you see from their front seven, their front five?
Well, I mean, you know, obviously all we have is to watch last year's tape, and that's probably the best offensive line in history of college football, what they had a year ago. You know, come from the NFL, I felt like a lot of days I was watching an NFL offensive line. So, you know, like, but then obviously with Coach O'Brien and Coach Marone coming in, you know the Alabama system, you know the way they're being coached, you know the way Alabama's recruit. Obviously, they're planning on reloading. You see a group that's very, very physical. You see a group that's very, very well coached. You see an offense that is obviously extremely balanced. So, you know, we'll have our hands full when you're supposed to when you open up with, you know, in Alabama.
Coach, we got David Lake from 24/7 Sports next. David, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you've kind of made it clear this offseason that run defense is kind of a coordinated effort by all of the defensive linemen. I'm just curious how optimistic you are that improvements have been made in that regard from what you've seen during fall camp.
Yeah, and bigger than us as a defensive line, it's being connected at the front seven, you know, when your safeties are in fits and the communication that takes place, and then, you know, your ability to hit blocks and your discipline to stay in blocks and how do we play off each other. And you know, probably one of the things I've been most encouraged about is just how much we've improved. You know, obviously, you know, that is a thing that as a team evolve to, and it happens over time. Certainly we haven't been tested the way we're going to be tested next Saturday in the run game, but you know, we know what we're getting into, and I think these guys will be up to the challenge. But we know that's where it starts. Like, you know, we got to be able to slow the run game down, and if we can't do that, we're going to be in trouble. So that's where it'll start for us.
Some of y'all comments funny though.
Price from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Kobe, go ahead.
Hey, Jess, you said that Jafari has cleaned up some things in his game. I wonder if you could just elaborate a little bit. What are those things that you said he cleaned up? And based on how you're speaking, you're very high on Zach McCall at defensive end. When you were here, I guess that was 3 years ago, is almost a situation where you wish that, you know, I wish I had him at this spot, you know, 2018, and we could have really had something going, I guess, by this year.
Yeah, you know, I'll start with Zach's. You know, Zach's one of those kids that I think every coach on our staff would want to coach because of the kind of person he is. And then you see the runner and the hitter that he is as a backer. And you know, certainly when I came back and Manny said he was thinking about let's make a move with Zach, I was really, really excited about it because of who he is.
What y'all want to ask Rhett Lashlee? Y'all got some questions y'all want to ask Rhett Lashlee?
Put in from a skill development standpoint, the work he put in the weight room, putting on 20 pounds, you know, he just, you know, he's a guy that's on the team every year. From the question on Jafari, you know, from cleaning up standpoint, I think as a rusher, it was everything from get off to not picking up your front foot to, you know, when are you throwing your moves to your angle of departure to how high are you getting in rushing versus the level of the quarterback. So there's a lot of those things. You know, being an effective pass rusher, sometimes you do a great job and you don't get stats for it, but man, you did a great job being a part of a coordinated rush. And some part of it, obviously, you winning your rushes or affecting the quarterback in different ways. So I think he did all those things. And obviously, he's a work in progress. He's still working.
Coach online, I got one more for you. We have David Wilson from the Miami Herald. David, go ahead.
Hey, Jess, kind of on, I guess, similar lines, but particularly with the freshmen, I guess Leonard and Jafari in particular. You know, with freshmen, you always hear about like learning the playbook, and you kind of mentioned cleaning up mental errors. I guess with defensive linemen, what are the things like early on that you look for freshmen that maybe kind of can trip them up, that you really kind of try to get cleaned up, basically to get them ready to play on Saturdays?
I think with freshmen, man, you literally start at ground zero with building a stance and where do my eyes go? You know, what mode are we in? Go mode, move mode, jet mode. What's the communication? You know, how do we fit together? How do we play these blocks? You know, backfield sets, timing alignments, how that affects how I should align down the line of scrimmage. And the communication that requires between me and the end or me and the tackle. You know, how do we execute pass rush games? I mean, there's just what blocks might I be getting right now? Like I always say, good football starts with knowing what is probably about to happen. You know, good players don't magically just make plays. They got a great idea of what's about to happen. So there's all those things to me that go into it. That's why being a freshman is hard, because you can't just say, if you do this, you're going to be ready to play. It's not as simple as that. There's a ton of things you have to learn. And being, coaching and teaching a young player.
I see y'all questions.
You got to have, to me, good EQ about, okay, how much can he?
I might ask a question or two.
What can I give him versus what's too much? I joke and say, I tell the freshmen sometimes in the meet room, put your earmuffs on. I mean, you're not even ready to hear this yet. So, little things like that. There's just a ton that is thrown at these young guys, and you're literally trying to give them what they can handle and what they can learn right now, because you can't give it all to them all.
Coach, thank you very much for spending a few minutes with us today, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
All right, man. I see y'all got 1,000 things y'all want to talk about, man. Jesus Christ.
Just a reminder, everyone, we'll be joined by offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach Rhett Lashlee at 2 p.m. So hang tight for a few minutes here.
At 2 p.m. Trying to pull up this depth chart. I see it, man, but I don't like how it's coming up. It's not clear. It's not clear. Why I'm trying to get this to come up, man. If y'all knew you got 121 in here, man. Listen, if y'all want to get involved with the stock market, learn crypto, the number scrolling at the bottom, 786-405-9499. We put you on the platform and basically show you what we're investing in, and you get started investing as you learn. But people still ask me, what's the number? And the number been scrolling at the bottom for the last 6 months. 786-405-949. Send a text. Get in now. I'm telling you, get in now before we get on the new platform that's coming soon. Right here, I think I have this depth chart. Let me see. We'll jump back in there when they get back on. You should be able. You guys should. Oh, I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? That's not clear. Let me see. I'll make it bigger. I don't know. Like, damn, dog. Like, it's not a clear. I don't know. They sent this out in the wrong files. I don't know what. I guess that's good enough. I guess that's good enough. De'Aaron King, we know. Cam, Dunn, Knighton. The depth chart. I don't think Knighton. I think Knighton is suspended, but we'll see. Wide receivers, Keyshawn Smith. We've been saying that. Mike Harley. Behind Keyshawn is D-Wig. Behind Charleston Rambo is D-Wig, and behind Mike Harley is Xavier Restrepo. And behind Keyshawn Smith is Michael Reddy. Tight end, Will Mallory. Elijah Royal. Left tackle, Zion Nelson. Yeah, did y'all think this is I don't know. I don't know if I trust exactly what I'm looking at. Exactly how it's going to play out. Zach McLeod, then you got Chance. Zach McLeod, then you got Chance Williams behind him. Jonathan Ford, Nessa Severo, Jordan Miller. Nessa Severo. I told y'all I've seen Nessa Severo going with the twos. We thought it was the injury. It's just the too deep right. I see some of these players in practice, especially on this offensive side, man. And I don't know. This just looks like hey. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna hold my thoughts till I'm gonna hold my thoughts. I think I'm gonna hold my thoughts after the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm looking at is well, they love Carter now. We know they love Carter. Carter always get these these Carter get these stars straight off of hard work. Coaches love them. But I think this is what's on paper, and a couple of these I question right off the back on the offense. So defensive end, we got Jafari Harvey. Striker, we got Amari Carter and Gilbert Firestone. You know they love Carter now. I can see them starting Carter. Weak side linebacker, my boy Keontra Smith. Summer Madonna. Middle linebacker, Corey Flagg. Behind Bradley Jennings and Wayman Steed. I want Steed to get a chance to play, bro. I really do. Cornerbacks, DJ Ivy and Tyreek Stevens, and you got Al Blades. What did I just read? I'm going to read that again. Cornerback, you got DJ Ivy, Tyreek Stevens, and Al Blades. Somebody missing. Okay, we go. Where's Sam Brooks? We haven't heard from Sam Brooks ever since that tweet. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to ask questions about Sam Brooks. But like somebody said, this is only like 2 deep. This is not the whole Bubba Bolden safety. Bubba Bolden, then James Williams. Safety, Gervin Hall. Who's behind Gervin Hall? I mean, did it cut off or something? I think that may be Cam Kitchens or something, right? Who behind Gervin Hall? Did it cut off? Right. Well, I don't think Leonard Taylor. Yeah, Leonard Taylor. This is. Kitchens behind Hall, right? Yeah. Did mine cut off or something? Am I missing something? Oh, there it did cut off. Gervin Hall, there it is down there. Gervin Hall, Cam Kitchens, cornerback. Okay, the other side of the cornerback, Corey Couch, Tyreek Stevens. Okay, so they're the other side. Yeah, so mine was cut off. Long snapper holder, punt returner, Tyreek Stevens. I want Tyreek to return punts. Goddamn. I want to see Tyreek back there, dog. Even though he's 230 pounds, I want to see Tyreek back there. Kick returner, Mike Harley. Best wide receiver, Keyshawn Smith, Xavier Strepo. Oh, they got Corey Couch returning kicks. Wow. Okay. All right. So yeah. I don't know if y'all can see that, but so yeah, I know y'all got y'all questions. Where Leonard Taylor? A lot of the freshmen aren't on here, dog. Like you got Cam Kitchens and James Williams. I don't think I seen another one. Elijah Royal. Okay, Elijah Royal's here. It's not a lot of them on here. Y'all boys over here going in. Shout out to what's these boys going in over here. Shout out to Corey Chancellor, man, shooting the $25 for X and gas. Send me $5. Shout out to both of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all donations, bro. You say Ford. Darren Thomas say Ford should not be starting. Cal say this ain't the depth chart. I don't know what this is. Shout out to everybody, man, that supported Synergy Suites too. Now looking at Cal, man. She did her thing this weekend here in Miami. I just had a brownie right now. I just eating a brownie, Cal. What's good? I was just eating a brownie. We got Rhett Lashlee coming up here in 7 minutes. So everybody stay locked in with us, man. And all of y'all who've been trying to invest, man, the number at the bottom, 786-405-9499 to get you started investing, or you want to learn crypto or Forex or what's going on. You know, it's money in the stock market, man. Things be jumping in the stock market. So y'all boy McLeod starting, huh, man? McLeod done jumped over there, man, and took somebody's starting position, dog. Y'all can cry and crab all y'all want to. I posted I was gonna be out there, dog. I said I let everybody know. I put it in the group and I put it on the YouTube. I say, listen, I'm headed out there. I'll be out there in 30 minutes. Yeah, man. Listen. We partners now, bro. We partners. We do business together. I mean, so yeah, I'm a supporter every time. So Sam Brooks is out the game with a toe injury. So Sam Brooks injured his toe here. Man, he had to promise 53 unlimited PT. What? He a better end than linebacker. We'll see, man. We'll see, man. Listen, man. We got a juggernaut coming this weekend, and we need dogs on the field, man. Okay, we got a juggernaut coming this weekend, and we need dogs on the field, fool. D. Burnett said Clemson and Bama play freshmen all over the field, but Miami can't put Taylor in the rotation. Dog, it's you talk about it as if it's all cut and dry and equal and everybody's equal. Like every situation is different, big homie. Every situation is different. You know what I'm saying? I heard mixed things about Leonard Taylor in camp. Physically, he looks good. Naturally, he looks good. There's the things he has to learn. I heard mixed things about him in camp. But every situation isn't different. A freshman ain't in a freshman. Just because he's a freshman, they all ain't equal. You see Ja'Cory Brooks over there. Ja'Cory Brooks like on the 3 deep, third depth shot over there in Alabama. So everything is not cut and dry like that. Just cause Bama play freshman, we should be able to play freshman too, man. Nothing in life works like that. That's like saying, man, you got a girlfriend, she do this, mine should be doing it too. This shit don't work like that. That ain't how life works, big home. Canes Loso said he likes that Amari is starting at the game, though as striker. We're gonna need him this game big time. I mean, we're gonna see, man. We got a lot. It's just all the new positions, and then we got young coaches, first time coach. It's just got a lot of. We got a lot of to go with some of this game experience we got, which a lot of that Mike Pope ain't even there, so a lot of that going on the offensive side. There's a lot of first time things going on with what we have. We got Aurora, James, and Cam in the 2 deep. Fans are so not at all. I know, yeah, that's 3 freshmen we got in the 2 deep. I look at it like this: if you got freshmen coming in, they just jumping on top of everybody, then you in trouble. Yeah, you in trouble. You in trouble. I mean, you in trouble if your freshmen just come in and just move everybody move out of the way, man. Y'all go and sit down. You're in trouble. I told y'all a long time, a kid like James Williams, you're not going to keep him off the field. He's not perfect, but he has it. He has it factor. He has the size. You're not going to keep him off the field. You know what I'm saying? Cam Kitchens is just a cerebral, special kind of kid that can play the game in his head. which a lot of people can't play the game at that level in his head on some Ed Reed, Luke Kuechly. You know what I'm saying? They can play the game in their head and visualize things, and then you have the instincts to go with it. And you get in practice and you get 5 interceptions and the next person has 2. And yeah, how do you deny that? So shout out to Marvin, man, and Cam Kitchens, man, and Gush. Yeah, man, Cam Kitchens is just you have James. James is a lot smarter than people think he is. You know what I'm saying? American Heritage told me that. He's a lot smarter on the field, but then you get Cam Kitchens, where it's like you have players like Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly, how Ja'Cory Harris explained Luke Kuechly is like everything was a cerebral Luke Kuechly, and what's the Dolphins linebacker, that everything was cerebral, everything was played in his head, and then you add Cam Kitchens' ability and instincts to that, and you got a hell of a football player. You know what I'm saying? So the people on the field, because they worked hard, they believe me, they work hard, they understand what's going on out there, and the coaches can trust them. If they could trust you, they will put you out there, dog. Demetrius Abrams, what's going on, bro? I'm chilling. I think we about to get started. Listen, we about to bring Rhett Lashlee in here. The couple people that text me about the stock market, investing or die, I'm gonna get up with y'all as soon as we get out of here. We can talk, get y'all signed up. But we're about to get Rhett in here shortly. Man, nobody do it like us, dog. Share it to your football group for us. Share it to your.
Hey, Coach Lashlee, you got us?
Nobody do it like us. Nobody.
Think so. You hear me?
All right, we got you. Yes, see you, hear you. Background looks great. Thank you.
Recording in progress.
All right, everyone, if you've got a question for offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Rhett Lashlee, please use the hand raise function. And coach, we're going to start with David Lake at 24/7.
Yeah, I got a question for Rhett Lashlee. What y'all want to ask, Rhett?
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask you about your offensive line, I guess specifically your interior guys, because at your guard spots, they're different. It's different personnel than last year, right? So I'm just curious, with those guys being bigger and fairly athletic for that size, you know, from what you've seen in fall camp, are you encouraged / optimistic about the push in the run game those guys are able to provide?
I am. I think we've got the guys all really in their best positions. I think, you know, a guy like Jalen Rivers is a big athletic body. I know he's young, so there's going to be a learning curve, but he has, you know, been here and been in our system for a year, been in our off-season program. He's earned that opportunity. I think having Vaughn back, you know, he's a big guy with a lot of starts, and for as big as he is, he's athletic. That also allows DJ to play some tackle, which I think we felt like after going through last year, that's probably his most natural position. So hopefully it helps us get guys in the right seats. And you know, looking back last year, in our run game, that's where we struggled a little bit, was more internally. And so hopefully that can help us there for sure moving forward.
Coach, we've got Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny, go ahead.
Right. Obviously, we heard all about how good Elijah Arroyo was, you know, before he ever got to Miami. Then, of course, we didn't get a chance to see him in the spring. But he's number 2 on the depth chart. I'm curious, I know you love running those 2 tight end sets. Do you feel comfortable, you know, week 1, throwing Elijah out there and having him run part of those 2 tight end sets? And can you just talk a little bit about where he's at from a development standpoint?
Yeah, it's a great question. Definitely, I think Elijah Arroyo's earned the opportunity to be in that number 2 spot with what he's done this fall camp. Yeah, it was a
Bama hired UNC running back coach.
He's done more than
People be playing chess, man.
He is still just a freshman, true freshman. So, like all those guys, you may see some growing pains in certain things, but we got a lot of confidence Emory would be there, and definitely got a lot of confidence to put 2 guys on the field at the same time as well.
Coach, we've got Cal Friedman from WVUM. Cal, go ahead.
Coach, I wanted to ask about Keyshawn Smith. It's someone that didn't have a whole ton of reps last season, but has seen himself projected into the number 2 receiver on the depth chart. What has he shown this offseason that's made you excited about him?
Well, I think, you know, those top 6 guys that are listed in the 2 deep, we kind of look at them all as like co-starters right now. And I really mean that. Like, you take a guy like Mike Harley, who proved himself last year, but Xavier Restrepo has proven himself to be a starter quality too. And so A guy like Keyshawn, he can run. He's growing. He's developing. There's going to be some growing pains with him too, but he's earned the opportunity, as is Mike Redding. And so, like I said, I think you'll see all 6 of those guys you're going to see in game 1. Because we hope they're on enough snaps. We've got to keep guys fresh, but those guys have earned the opportunity. I know Coach Diaz probably told you. I mean, this is the week 1 depth chart. Who knows what it'll look like in week 3 or 4. But the guys that have earned the opportunity to be where they are right now are going to get that opportunity. Like I've said all along, until we go do stuff in games, it's all projection. We got to go out and prove what we can do when it matters.
Coach Rebecca, Chris Stock from Inside the U. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, going back to tight end with Will Mallory, just the elevated role, what you've seen from him. He spoke last week, obviously excited about this role he's in and the catch and run ability that we've heard and seen throughout his career. Just your thoughts on Will going into the whole season here.
I got a lot of confidence in Will. It's funny, and I told him this, I don't think Will be any different this year than it was last year. I think last year they were both beat up throughout the season, so they kind of shared all the catches. But
let me know if y'all can still hear him. He said he okay. He said he's looking forward to Will having a good season.
Hey, Rhett, main guy we noticed that wasn't on the depth chart for Alabama was Mark Pope. I was wondering, what does he need to show, whether it's this week or the following week, to jump back into the 2 deep with the wide receivers?
That's a good question. I mean, Mark's got a fantastic attitude and done a lot of good things in fall camp. We moved him into the slot position. We feel like that's the most natural position for him. He's really proven that to be the case. I mean, he's really made some good plays and some good strides.
Y'all can hear it now, right?
I think sometimes when you have a guy play on the outside all year and then you move him into the slot, it takes some time to learn a new spot. And when you got guys like Harley and X who have already been there a year, they're probably just a little ahead in that regard. But we still have a lot of confidence in Mark. If the opportunity presents itself for him to get in there, we think he can make plays there.
Coach, we've got Gary Furman from Kingsport. Gary?
Hey, Rhett, how are you?
Hey.
Obviously, a lot of hype going into this game about Alabama bringing back what people expect to be the #1 defense in the country. But when you go back and look at their national championship run last year, teams that had good offensive football teams were able to have some success and move the ball against them. What did you see when you went back and looked at last season? And then the second question I had was, how big of a difference is it for you going into year 2 with the same system, the same quarterback, the same basic core group of athletes in the offense? And how big of a difference is that making out on the practice field, just in the efficiency of the offense?
Yeah, I think the first thing I noticed when you go back and look at that Alabama defense last year is they were still pretty stinking good. I think they gave up 19 points a game. I think they held 8 of their opponents under 20. It's pretty good. And they played a lot of really good offenses. They held under 20 or around 24 points, including the national championship game. I do know, the Ole Miss game, the Florida game, the way those games went, they were able to put some points up. And what I noticed is nobody was open. They made a lot of one-on-one contested catches. And, both Ole Miss and Florida, I think can probably tell you they played lights out and made a lot of plays to get those opportunities. But, there's not much easy that's going to be out there. And in both those cases, those teams still lost the game. So with regard to having De'Aaron back, I think was the second part of your question. And, anytime you have a guy coming back in year 2, especially with some guys in the offense around him, you expect it to be a little bit smoother. And it is. Just the communication, the expectation. Unfortunately for Derek, he didn't go through spring, which I know when he initially decided to come back was a big thing he was looking forward to. But it's funny, this is only, I think this is only the second time in my career I've had the same quarterback the second year. And I know it's the first time in Derek's career that he's had the same offense and the same coordinator in the second year. That's one of the big reasons he came back. So, but I have noticed our guys, there's just a different kind of level of confidence offense around the whole unit, just because they know what to expect, they believe in what we're doing. And so I think that from that standpoint, it helps us be maybe a step ahead of what we did this time last year.
Coach, we've got a few more for you. We're going to go to Michael Casagrande from AL.com. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Rhett, you've seen several Alabama defenses over the years and your different stops. How have you seen them evolve? How different are they from 2013 when you saw them at Auburn?
And I've seen a lot of really good ones. And it was funny, we were talking as a staff last week. I've gone against some really good ones. And this one, I think the difference, the question earlier, what they were a year ago and this year, which they were still one of the best a year ago, is there were a lot of young guys playing a year ago that are all back now. So now they've gone from an inexperienced group a year ago, one of those games that was referenced was week 3 last year, to now they're a veteran bunch, a lot of starts. This is one of the best units they've had, top to bottom. There's just not any weaknesses. I'd say one of the things they have now that they didn't have in the past is they have 2 elite edge pass rushers. Will Anderson, number 31, he's as good as they come. Number 4 on the other side too. And in the past, they had really good run stopping D linemen. They had a lot of great pressures to get the pressure. They still have the run stopping D linemen. They can still have the great pressures, but they don't have to, because those 2 guys can really drastically affect the game. I don't know if there's a better pass rusher one-on-one than number 31 in the entire country. They got the best linebacking core in the country, and their whole secondary, with the exception of one guy's back in experience. So they are really, really solid top to bottom. They can stop the run. They can get after the passer without having to pressure a lot of guys. They take all the air out of the coverage. They don't give anything easy. They're a complete unit, and there's a reason everybody's considering them to be the best defense in the country going into the season. Unfortunately, I've seen it before. They usually have a defense just like this.
Coach, we've got Tom D'Angelo from the Palm Beach Post. Tom, go ahead.
Hey, Rhett, you were offensive coordinator against them 4 times at Auburn, I believe 4 times. Your most success came the first 2 years offensively. And with Nick Marshall as a quarterback, the guy could beat you with his leg, beat with his arm. I think the first of 13, he really had a good game running. 14, he had a great game passing. Can you, the type of quarterback you need to beat him, and you have that guy now?
Yeah, we do. We hope he's, it's going to be his first game back since his injury. So we're all signs point that he's in great shape. But, what an opponent to kind of come back against. But yeah, to your point, if you look at the history, not many people give him trouble, but the people that have had a quarterback, with the exception of probably LSU and Joe Burrow a few years ago, typically they have a quarterback that can also hurt you with his feet. And, we had that with Nick Marshall when we beat him in 2013, and we lost to him in 14, but had a good offensive night. Nick was a big part of that, and that was the difference between 13 and 14 and probably the 15 and 16 seasons when we played him, is we just had a different guy at quarterback those years. And I'm really excited we got Derek King going into this game, I can tell you that, but the challenge is still pretty great.
Coach, we've got 2 more for you. We're going to start with David Wilson from the Miami Herald. David, go ahead.
Hey, Rhett. I want to ask about the freshman wide receivers. Obviously, we talked about a lot throughout camp. Obviously, not on that too deep depth chart yet. Just how close are those guys? And obviously, they're freshmen. It's going to be constant growth. Just what are kind of the areas? And I'm sure it might be different for all 3 of them, but where are you still kind of looking for them to get better to maybe crack that depth chart later on in the season?
Yeah, I think they've all had a really good fall camp. They've all flashed the ability we thought they had. Now we know they have. We feel great about all 3 of those guys. I think at the end of the day, they're 15 to 20 practices into their college career. And so it's not just as simple as running around and catching the ball, being able to get lined up, being able to get off press coverage, off coverage, know the whole playbook, all those things.
Y'all listening?
Y'all
listening to what he talking about?
Still a maturation process that has to occur. They're competing, they're pushing for that opportunity. And that won't
y'all hear him?
The season started. So like I think, we said this is just the week 1 depth chart, but the guys that are out there right now are the right to be out there. But those guys, there's no negatives. We feel really great about their bright future.
Coach, last but not least, we have Susan Miller-Degnan from the Miami Herald. Susan, go ahead.
Rhett, talking about the quarterbacks, the backups with the or in between their names, how close were they? Obviously, they were close in fall camp. And
there y'all backup question from
what
Susan.
What were some of the differences that you discerned with each? And obviously Tyler, he didn't he didn't play very much last year, but he does have an extra year with the, with the offense. Can you speak about that subject?
Yeah, hey Susan. Yeah, like I've said, I think throughout fall camp, I mean, those two guys, they're really close. They both had really good springs. Obviously, Tyler does have the year advantage. You know, if you think of a guy like Jake Garcia in the spring, you practice every other day. It's a little bit different intensity.
Last but not least.
Fall camp every day, putting 16-hour days back to back to back to back to back. That can start to wear on a guy if you've never been through that, as it does with all freshmen. But I thought both guys had their bright spots in fall camp. I think, it's kind of been a good back and forth, and there's a reason there's an war there, because we have a lot of faith in both of them if they need to be called upon, and that's kind of how I've kind of talked with both of them. They both got to be prepared to play. They both got to take that mentality with the one snap away, and also get into the mode of game week where they're not going to get a lot of reps, but they'd be expected to, if they're called upon, to go in there and give us a chance to win. I suspect it'll be like that most of the year, that both those guys will be very much in the fold there.
Thank you.
Coach, thanks very much for spending a few minutes with us today. I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm Diaz, all folks. You got caught me in here eating. They just shut the Zoom off from in here eating. I'm on vegan food. Fuck up. I didn't know they were gonna just jump out of there like that. All right. Shout out to Ed, though. Shout out to Ed. Child, you say you feel like what? Wasting stuff? They just shut the Zoom off, and we out. Come on, man. So there it was, man. Y'all heard it. You heard what the man say, man. Freshman 15 practices into this thing. It has a lot to do with just catching the ball and getting off. It has a lot. They got to be able to trust you, though. They got to be able to trust what's going on and that you know what's going on when they send you out there. It's a lot, dog. It is. Susan did lose weight, dog. Susan slimmed down a little bit. Came down and said Jacoby need to play. Came down. I don't think we can make that decision. Came down. Yeah, I don't think we could sit over here and say Jacoby need to play because he caught a few passes in practice. I done seen Mark Pope them look awesome in practice, though. I have. Awesome. I have seen Mark Pope them look awesome in practice. Definitely don't mean it translates to the game. Definitely don't mean to translate to the game. Man, anytime they go 11 on 11, our defense can't stop De'Aaron King in practice. It rarely happens. Our defense rarely stops De'Aaron King in practice anytime they go 11 on 11. He make it look easy. And that's not a knock against our defense. I think in practice, it's just there's a comfortability level that you don't have in the game. Came down and say Pope ain't no Jacoby. Man, we don't know that, man. We was once crying for Pope to get on the field. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when we was crying for Pope to get on the field? Y'all don't remember them days? Raise your hand if you remember them days. And we was screaming and hollering for Pope and Wiggins to get on the field. Raise your hand. Ain't no we. It's always the next man up, dog. The fans always seem to think the dude behind the dude is better than the dude. Always. Damn, is Pope traveling? Yeah, that's why I'm here, dog. I'm here to remind y'all. I'm here to be the voice of reason. But listen, man, it's Alabama week. It's Alabama week, dog. And honestly, line that shit up. Line that shit up. We have to. We have to go in there with an attitude of we supposed to be here. Line that shit up. There's no other way to put it around it. I put my money on my South Florida athletes any day. Manny hasn't really showed it in the past, but this is a new year. You got T-Rob, you got Jess Simpson back in the house. I just want to see him come out with that confidence, man. I'll be on the sideline, up close, and the last thing I want to see is, I'm going to let y'all know, too, 2 hours before the game, I'm going to let y'all know, holy shit, we in trouble. Or holy shit, these boys ready to play. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all know. Because I'll be right down the sideline. I'll be right there. So 2-3 hours before the game, I'll let y'all know what I see. Listen, man, it's football. I've been around it too long. A lot of times you can see it in their eyes. You can feel it in the vibe. You could see it. The Florida game, I knew the Florida game was going to be close. I knew it was going to be close. I wasn't at the Clemson game. But I'll be at this one. Line that shit up. I'm talking now. You got Coach Coop out here making rap songs and shit. Listen, man. Listen, Coach Coop did a better job than that Alabama rap song. I tell y'all that. That man funny, dog. 247 put it up talking about Miami rapper. Miami rapper? Yeah, Miami rapper, dog. What we doing here?
Alabama, September 4th is going down in Atlanta. Last year's national championship team think they got what it takes to beat this orange and green. That crimson and white is gonna put up a fight, but I believe we get the dub by the end of the night. And if you don't believe, then I can already.
Y'all see Coop? One time for Coop with the chalk on. 305. Lord, bring it back. Oh, Lord. Yo. Get him, Coop.
This is gonna be how the game's gonna go.
Y'all lay around 4. Run that. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Go.
Georgia, it's a category 5, man. I already told you. We might be known as the cardiac kings. 4 gals on the squad, so we're never afraid. If you think that you will just lay down and quit, you got another thing coming this year with the
Go! Go! One time!
Wait for our time, and it's finally here. Venomous band like a bitch about to disappear. And Manny Diaz, we
That boy got the Manny Diaz. One time, cool. Y'all break it all down. Lay round 4. We'll be back here September 4th, going down, Bama, Miami. What we gonna do? Bring bro home, cool. Bring it home. Listen, he did better than the Alabama dude. I don't know what the Alabama dude was talking about. I used to rap back in the day, though. I'm gonna let y'all hear some of the music one day, fool. I used to rap back in the day, fool. Listen, serious rap, right? Yeah, man, I out rap Coop. But yeah, with my eyes closed. But creativity on that, you can't. I like art, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny the creativity on that. I like art. I like things. You know what I'm saying? It sounds a lot better than the Alabama dude. The Alabama dude was on some. I don't know what he was trying to pull off. I don't even know how to find it. Where would I find that at? Wait up. I don't even know where I saw that at. I think it's Seminoles versus. That thing was horrible. I think I saw it in here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. They go Coach Coop again. I can't find it. I don't know where it's at, dog. I don't know where I saw that thing at. Cool. That thing got a bunch of views on Twitter. Cool. I don't know. Maybe I was in an Alabama group somewhere or something. I don't know where I saw that thing at. It was horrible, though. What's up with this story of Bishop Sycamore, possibly a fake high school duped ESPN? How does that even make sense? Coop finna get us killed. Y'all gonna blame that on Coop and not Nestor? Nestor started it all. Y'all gonna blame that on Coop? Yeah, I can't blame that on Coop. Street, that's how you know that thing trash. Y'all can't even find it. T2Y channel, I saw it on Facebook though. I don't know where I was at. Alabama just put out their depth chart. Linebacker Christopher Allen, Will Anderson. You saw how Lashlee just explained Alabama defense? Good Lord. Good Lord. You say Loso Twitter? Let's see. That thing was horrible, fool. That thing was horrible. Is it Kane Loso? I find it, man. He talking about he was done. Say he was doing spoken word. You heard DJ Big. You heard that slick. You heard me DJing over Coop. You can make anything sound good when you one time bring it back. Y'all lay around 444. You can make anything sound good when you start hyping it up. I don't know. I'm gonna find it somewhere. It's out here somewhere. Let me see. I think I put it in. Our group text. Oh, here it go right here on Instagram. That's why I saw that. Okay. Let's go. I found it. Okay.
Years, we've won 5 titles. In 11 years, y'all had a coach who wore a tie, though. Hugging cardboard cutouts, your head.
Wait a minute.
Do the math in 11.
Oh my God. See, y'all ain't gonna tell me Coop didn't do this. Coop killed this.
Do the math in 11 years, we've won 5 titles. In 11 years, y'all had a coach who wore a tie, though. Hugging cardboard cutouts, your head coach is flimsy. Gets all wet and musty and starts smelling like his semi, which is where you'll be staying in late December. When you're praying the Cheez-It Bowl, we'll hopefully remember how you played Bama real tough for a possession and a half-ish, while we'll be prepping the playoff using your facilities to practice.
No, fuck that right there.
Defense
that was disrespectful what he said.
The only turnover chain I'm scared of is Arby's. RIP to Fluff is big boy season. Y'all haven't eaten since the 80s. The only Canes that will be open Saturday will be the one in Beatty. I'm about to end this man's whole career. Sorry, y'all. Middle of the Sawgrass Mall, Paul Wall. Our rings are custom made direct from Howie Radler. Diaz is weak in-state recruiting and folks saying, how he a Rattler? That's a Tallahassee reference. I know FSU's not your scene. Though you've seen the type who wore a Jameis jersey back in 13. See y'all in Atlanta. Well, do the math. In 11 years, we've won 5 titles. In 11 years, y'all had a coach who wore a tie, though. Hugging cardboard cutouts, your head coach is flimsy. Gets all wet and musty and starts smelling like his semi, which is where you'll be staying in late December. When you're praying the Cheez-It Bowl, we'll hopefully remember how you played Bama real tough for a possession and a half-ish.
All right, man. That's enough. I thought it was longer than that, though. Whoa, Todd. Oh, God. Yeah, Chris, what'd you say? What'd you say, Chris? Yeah, man. We can say all of that about him, man. We got to beat him in football, though, dog. We got to beat them in football, man. They all that. Lame, hitting their cousins, wannabes. But we got to beat them in football, dog. That's hilarious, dog. Came out, said my Jake finna play Saturday. Came out, you tripping. I watched the Val Duster and Netflix thing. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watched it though, and the Jake part, I mean, if you watch that and you're not impressed with Jake, the person, then I don't know what to say about you. The alarming part was for me was the dude with the one arm. Thought it was cool to record somebody and like snitch, fool. That was crazy to me. I had heard the recording before, but I didn't know it came from the Netflix special. That was crazy to me. Like you basically like you run the Booster Club or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you almost got college coaches in trouble. You got some kids in trouble. Man, it was crazy. I was like, whoa. I had heard the recording, but yeah, I didn't know it all went down on the Netflix special. Yeah, we don't want to talk about the fact that it looked like Nesta is in the too deep. Nesta made the video talking trash, and he may not be starting, which is not a huge deal. I'm sure the rotation will be there. I'm sure he'll get in. But yeah, we're not talking about that. Why nobody talk about that? Legit question, Street. If the Canes win the game, will the national media say the Canes are great or Bama is fraudulent? This is how I look at that. I think we've made our bed. We've made our bed. No different than we made our bed in the 90s. If we beat Alabama, they're gonna move the Canes up somewhere in the top 10, but the jury will still be out. And that's what we have created ourselves. Nobody's going to give us anything. That doesn't erase the fact that things has happened to us in the past. So if we beat Alabama, now what we do have above everybody is once we start winning, it's almost as if they shoot us to the top. Like the national media believes in us. Like Kirk Herbstreit starts talking, and like they believe in the University of Miami. We just got to give them something to believe in. You know what I'm saying? So if we beat them Saturday, they're not. We've done so much wrong that they're not going to just give us number 3. You know what I'm saying? But they do believe in us. They do. We got to win 1, we win 2, and they'll have us up there in the top 5. I'm sure they will, because for some reason college football wants to see. I don't know. It just seems like. I don't know. It seems like Kirk Herbstreit starts talking, and it just seems like we're their darling. We just haven't gave them anything to shoot us up there about. And so yeah, if we win, I think it's the beginning of a good season. I think it's a great way to start the season off. But bro, like you beat Alabama, man, you have to beat North Carolina. Like you have to beat. Yeah, you got. It's more than just. To get to the point where Alabama is, man, they've stood up in the paint in a lot of big games, and when they had to. That's how you get there. No different than how we got there in the past. No different than how we got there. It doesn't happen in one game. It doesn't. So do I want to? Yeah, of course. Line that shit up. I want us to win. But it doesn't happen in one game. It doesn't. Because you tell me, we beat Alabama, then we lose to North Carolina. And then we fucking lose to what does that say? Now we're just confused. You know what I'm saying? You have to, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make it clear that okay, things are turning around. Joey Galloway been going in on Miami. Nesta has the look and the talk, but he ain't seen nothing yet. Sosa say we beating them, bro. Sosa got his mind made up. Nub. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nub. Carl Wilkerson said, if we beat Bama, we'll be 1 or 2. I don't think so. I don't think. No, I don't think so. I don't think. No, it'll take some wins to get us up there. Yeah, Carl, I ain't buying that, Carlos. Nah, it ain't happening like that. It never amazes me with Carter. Like, one thing about Carter is this. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I don't know if I told y'all this. Freshman check in this year early. The early freshman that checked in got in a room with Carter, and one thing that glaringly stood out was how hard Carter worked, and this coming from his peers. So anybody who plays sports know that coaches love kids that do what they say and work hard. Because they feel they could trust you then. I told him to do X, Y, Z. He did X, Y, Z, and then did Z twice. Coaches love kids like that. So Carter now at the striker position, is that going to stop him from getting kicked out of the game? Is that going to put him closer to the action? We hope so. We hope so. We hope that helped his game. Come on, somebody help Kyle out. Somebody help Kyle out. Give me these 3 plays. The Trevor Lawrence play would have been awesome if he would have took Trevor with him. Give me 3 plays. Kyle, they keep saying he balled out as a freshman at some point in time in some game. They said they asked Manny 3 times about the suspension, and he tiptoed and tap-toed. Shout out to Corey Chancellor, man, with the super chat. Streeter, Manny Diaz never did answer the question on who was suspended for the game. Of course not, because they're not ready to say it. You know what I'm saying? You put your depth chart out there, and then now the other team can see your depth chart. That's why I was looking at the depth chart like, I don't know if this is true. Looking at the depth chart, you got Roosters a 3rd running back. It's been reportedly, it's been rumored that Rooster won't be playing in the first game. But he's on the depth chart. I mean, so they're not ready to answer that question, I don't think. And things change too. Man, I got the hiccups. Could it have been? Could he have made it up some other type of way? Yeah, things change. Nothing is always etched in stone, especially when you talk about time. Over time, things change. Right now, linebacker, they got Keontra Smith and Corey Flagg, right? I think they're wearing orange. Avante, the only one they announced? What do you mean? And D say, yeah. D say, Street, you see the depth chart. D, where you been at all morning? we just had a whole hour on the depth chart. We had Coach in here talking. D, you got to rewind the show, bro. You missed a lot. So Don in Florida, right? Y'all like Carter? Y'all like Carter? Cal say name 3 plays Carter made. Y'all don't think that's a legit question? Y'all all like Coach Hayes, right? The other day, Coach Hayes asked me to name a game that De'Aaron King wowed you. No, he said name a play. Say name a play that De'Aaron King wowed you. Coach Hayes asked me that the other day. I like Coach Hayes, right? Say name a play where De'Aaron King basically wowed you. And I got to thinking. I mean, and I was thinking, De'Aaron King's done some awesome things, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have a one play in my head that I could think of. So with the Carter thing, I don't know. I don't know. I guess some of y'all. Nah, Dre, I don't really. X them tailgating. You know what I'm saying? I don't really tailgate. We be having to be to the game so early. Dunn, maybe you meant to say Carter. Carter not a football player. Maybe that's what you meant to say. Oh, you like, okay, Don say you like Carter as a striker. We'll see. I mean, shit, we never seen him as a striker. I think early in his career he played in the box, right? I mean, but y'all also act like if Carter, just cause Carter's the starter, that Gil fires and won't play. Man, football games are long, dog. You talking about a game of this magnitude? Dudes are gonna get winded. They're gonna get fucked up. They're gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm sure Gilbert and Carter will be in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they both gonna play. Terrence Lynn say Carter has a few plays. Florida sack, tech, tackle. Oh, I don't know. Carter and Hall. I mean, Carter and Hall. I see Hall in practice. I mean, I don't know. I just Carter frustrated me last year with all the getting kicked out the game. Hall, I just haven't seen Hall do anything yet. Maybe it's his time. We'll see. I haven't seen him perform. He doesn't physically look the part or like the work has been put in, but we'll see. And this is not good. Okay, how you in life? This is not good in life. Like period. Football field, whatever. Yeah, but I mean, Dennis Lopez, hasn't football changed? I think it's a lot more faster players on a football field now. He was using safeties as linebackers to create more speed on defense. But now I think you have 3 wide receivers, 4 wide receivers on the field. I think it's faster people on the offensive side of the ball now. What is it going to take to beat Bama, honestly, Streeter? I think it's going to take De'Aaron King having a monster game and putting the team on his back, and everybody then people rallying around De'Aaron King, Bubba Bolden making a play on defense. But I think it's going to start with De'Aaron King, and he's coming off an ACL tear. But if anybody can do it, I think it's him when it comes to guts and and coming off an ACL tear and getting out there and doing his thing. He's a dog. And when I say he's a dog, I mean he's the player that plays with the ACL tear, or he plays and you don't realize it until after the game. And you know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to start with him. I really do believe that him and Lashlee saying this is our first time being in the offense for 2 years in a row. Lashlee saying it's the first time he had a quarterback 2 years in a row. He should be able to pull out some things that he hadn't been able to pull out in the past. And I think it starts with him, dog. I really do. I think it starts with him being showing everybody, listen, man, I'm king. I got the experience. I'm here, and y'all gonna have to deal with me tonight. And then I think people will rally around him. I think Cam will rally around him. I think a couple people was hardly a step up. You know what I'm saying? And just make this thing close in the third, and then you got a ball game, man. That's what I believe has to happen, though. I believe that has to happen. William Fern, even if they don't give him time, right? Which I don't know if Florida State offensive line was horrible that year that they harassed DeAndre Francois and put him out for the season. Even if they don't give him time, Lashlee's going to have to figure out a way to buy time, make a play, give him an opportunity to make a play. And he's going to have to take it, which is going to be tough coming off that injury, but it is what it is. I don't know if we got to stop the run. I don't know if they're not going to put the ball in his hands, in Bryce Young's hands. I don't think. We saw what they did to Jalen Hurts, and we thought Jalen Hurts couldn't throw the ball. We saw what Alabama did with Jalen Hurts. So I think they're gonna try to run the ball, and we're gonna have to first show that we can stop them from running the ball. Yeah, but I don't think they blitz a lot, Dunn. I don't think that's their game. I think they're gonna bring pressure with them damn animals they got up there. I agree with this. Pinellas, I totally agree with that. I think you're spot on with that. I agree with that. Does it only take one training, one camp, one season, couple weeks, couple months for you to turn things around? I don't know, but I was told Gilbert Firestone would have a better season this year. I was told that 3 months ago, and it came to fruition in practice. I saw it. I think, like I've told y'all in the past, I think the world of Bryce Young. I think he will be uncomfortable early. I think they'll have some 3 and outs early. If we could stuff them in the run, they'll have some 3 and outs early. What are we going to do with the ball? We got to do something with the ball when we get it. We have to do something with the ball when we get it. So I think it's going to be some high passes thrown at first. We just have to do something with the ball when we get it. You say, why is who on the bench? DJ Ivy? I think that all them guys going to play, man. Let me see. DJ Ivy on the bench. Oh, no. DJ Ivy starting. Tyreek the one on the bench. Tyreek the third cornerback. Man, we got some decent cornerback this year, dog. It's depth. Listen, man, we got depth, though. I mean, we're trying to get some depth. We're trying to get some depth back. I mean, that's what depth looked like. I'm not concerned with Flag. I mean, remember Flag looked the best last year, remember? I mean, our linebackers need to play better, period. Listen, man, we've been on here hour and 30, man. Y'all want to get involved with the stock market and get grandfathered into the new system that we got going on. The number scrolling at the bottom, 786-405-9499. And the people's asking what it is, because I got a couple text people saying, hey, so what exactly is it? Basically, it's a platform we created to where you can just see what we invest in. And all you got to do is copy it. We put tidbits in there. We help you out. We kind of tell you the next things that's coming, what's happening. We got watch lists. Basically, because we know it's kind of hard to get started investing if you don't. It's like sending somebody in the woods and saying survive. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So basically, we show you what we're investing in, and it's up to you to copy it. We're not financial advisors. We can just show you what we're investing in. Done. Yeah. If we jump out on them, but man, who have we jumped out on? But once again, we got a quarterback. We got a coach with a quarterback for the second year in a row. It could happen. It could happen. Our wide receivers just have to be up for the challenge. I think our secondary matchup with their wide receivers is pretty damn good, bro. Everything else is just scheme. I'm talking about personnel, I think it's fine. Everything else is just scheme and systems. He said Tyreek built like a 3-tech. Tyreek running back punts. We jumped out on Florida State. We really did. This is a kind of different team, though. We talk about something different here. We talk about something different, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a different squad we got here. Yeah. We put our foot in Louisville ass too, but we talking about something different, though. We got some different dudes coming to Atlanta. Line that shit up as you would say. Line it up, dog. So listen, man, the people who sent me the text about CCI, I'm gonna hit y'all up. Anybody else, 786-405-9499. I appreciate y'all, man. We got a video dropping today, bro. And I'm out.